Good morning, Central Texas. Welcome to the second part of Kids Community Connections, and we're still talking about a healing. And if you had heard the show before, before we started, you'd have realized that we getting a roll up together. I'm just saying. We get, we got a convoy coming. Tony just don't know, but I'm gonna say this, and everybody who knows me know that. I just say stuff sometimes, and my friends have to, hold their head, shake their whatever, and do like Lolita saying she ain't fooling with me no more. But she's been saying this she's been saying this ever since I met her, that she's not fooling with me no more. And where's she at? She right here. But I'm gonna say this to pastors, Sean Moulton and other pastors like him, who tell women to stay in these relationships. My question is, what are you doing with your relationship? Because thieves stick together, murderers stick together. Phoenix is wrong. Phoenix is drinking water. They all stick together. Like people stick together. So, Mr. Pastors, that's out there that's telling these women to go back, what are you doing at your house? What are you doing at home? Because for me, I'm that one that's going to say, so what are you doing at your house? Do you and your wife come, church on Sunday and you wipe that smile on her face? Because I'm saying that you wipe the smile on her face so that when she could sit that I'm the first lady and yes. And then when you get home, bam, I just want to know, because like I said, people who are like stick together. Right. So I would say one abuser knows another one, because they both are. So for those who say this, I just want to know what steps do you take? I want to know how you walk. I'm just saying and we need to stop saying pastors are the leaders of the community, because this is 2019 and pastors are not the leaders of the community.
Break it down. Go on, break it down.
They are not the leaders of the community, because I'm going to say this. Whenever something go down in the community, I don't see no pastors.
Anywhere.
When they had the march a couple of weeks ago, I don't remember seeing many pastors there. I don't. I really don't. So I want to know, if you're supposed to be the leaders, what are you leading? Are you leading us back behind that church door and keeping it closed? Because that's not how church started. Well, church used to be where you go and you got nourishment, such as you found out Green's Barbecue was closing. So you knew after church for the next whenever that's where you was going to go for dinner. You found out when the police was going to arrest your son, they came to you first, to the pastor first, to go to your house to arrest your son so that he could be the one in the middle. Well, you're not there no more. Because right now, you're trying to make your church bigger than his church. You're trying to steal all these other people's congregation members so you can get more money. You want to know, can they buy me a house? Can they buy me a car? So you're more of self now than ever before. So preachers in the community, I would say right now, I don't think y'all leaders. And me personally, I have no respect. None. Because you haven't given any. You haven't shown any. I go to enough events in our community where I don't see you there. I don't see anybody here with Tony right now but us. The beginners. I'm going to say the beginners because we're African-American females. We were the beginning. We gave birth to this nation. So you know what, women? We need to take it back. Because we sliding it out a little bit, and we find out the more we slide it out, the more craziness is going on. So we need to close the gap. We need to come together and close that gap, because we left a gap. We did. We left a gap. Right. But now that we've left a gap, what do we see?
But I think with that, church has become so commercialized.
Yeah.
Everything is about, I'm going to make sure that I preach to your feelings and to your emotions, so you're going to come back. But see, we're supposed to be healing from the feelings and the emotions so that people will come back.
Yeah.
So instead, what we're doing, we're talking to the, that little feel. Oh, I felt that. Yes, I felt it in my spirit. That's what they want on Sundays. They don't want people to come back and be like, yes, I did that. I overcame this. Come back with power, because if I get power, like we said on break, this black woman is going to take her entire family from a location, and then there goes the tithe, there goes the kitchen worker, there goes the daycare worker. So those aspects of dynamics are always looked at things. When she's more than just an usher, or praise and worship leader. She has purpose inside of her, but if you only keep her on the door every Sunday, or you keep her in the choir every Sunday, how is she going to find out what her purpose is?
That's right.
And so we were talking about that on the way up here. You got 52 weeks. You got one pastor that only preaches the whole 52 weeks. Now, if I got 5,000 people in my congregation, it has to be at least 100 people in there that can bring a word.
And you know what? Okay, so Mr. Terrell Smith. Terrell, that's my boy. He said, wait a minute. He said, wait a minute. He said, there are a few of us that are truly about the Father's business.
Yes.
And he's absolutely right. And I will tell you, and when we talk about that, we have quite a few, ministers in the area. And when we look at the dispensation of the church now, we will admit that it has become very commercialized. But we have a select few that are more interested in building people, and doing the work of God more so than the gaining the capitalism, And so once we look at that, what we have to do is, like Ms. Joni said, she said, we need to have a town meeting and invite Pastor Moten. And what she's saying in that, this is where, because we see that, let that not be our focus. Our focus is we know what God has called us to do. We know, like you said earlier, we are the church. And because of that, now we have to get out and present in such a manner that it overshadows that particular foolishness. We have to have shows. So thank you, Ms. Phyllis. Shows like this so people can hear and understand that, wait a minute, there are options. There are resources out here where we can go and get the help that we need. And so in the churches that you are in, like Grace, I love Pastor Mark and what they're doing over there, implementing a domestic violence awareness program.
There you go.
And so they're doing an awesome job with that. And so ministries like I'm stumbling on my own. Teach them to love, T3L. That is where we started. That's not the only thing that we do, but we find that, hey, listen, this is what's affecting our families. And it's affecting our families so much so when we look at it, when we follow the home, this is where the at-risk behavior begins. This is where I learned how to be a bully. This is where I learned how to love or not to love. And so with that, because of all of that, if we don't get this dynamic under wraps, we will never have the family that we need to have.
Right.
So that is what we have to look at right about now. And so I'm because what I don't want to have something and it seems like we're anti-church, because we're not.
No, we're not anti-church.
So we don't want to present that, but we have to admit that there's some individuals out here that they're questionable. Their actions are very questionable. And so when we see that, I don't mind coming to the round table and calling it out.
That's right.
But I want to highlight the positive to know that, you know what, our focus right now is healing. Our focus right now is, so when we look at, and I get into it, healing is the children's bread. We can sit up here and preach. I'm an ordained minister. And so the thing, when I hear all of this, I'm like, you know what, I get upset. I get upset, because I was like, wait a minute, who gonna stand up for the Lord? I hear all this stuff because this ain't even got nothing to do with God. This is people who have taken the word of God and polluted it. And so until but you're in the right place. Like I said, I have a very great relationship with Grace. They support us every month financially. And so, because he believes in what we're doing. And this is why it's good that we're doing what we're doing. And I hope we do this on a monthly basis.
We can do this often because, the two reasons I'm doing this. One, I'm doing this because I'm tired of listening to what's going on and that the support is going the wrong direction. And what I mean by the support is going the wrong direction, no pastor should have told you to send the kids to get abused.
He was dead.
Because that's sending these two kids out there with no cover, no shield. That's wrong. The other reason I'm doing this is because it's easy.
It was even put on my divorce decree that Pastor Moten and Pastor Moten, Deacon Finney, and Deacon Ford, they were supposed to supervise Corey. I cried. I said, Judge Leapak, please don't do this. Judge Leapak, put on my divorce decree for Pastor Moten, Deacon Finney. I can show you the copy. If I meet with you on another day, I can show you the copy. Pastor Moten, Deacon Finney, and Deacon Ford. They were supposed to supervise him this past year. But every time me and my witnesses showed up to Marble Heights Baptist Church parking lot,
right,
as I was court ordered to do.
Right. That's what Pastor Moten got.
That's what Judge Lee Pack ordered me to do at Pastor Moten's church. He said,
Pastor Moten's church. He said
Marble Heights Baptist Church. Okay. Yeah.
Marble Heights. Right. I said, Judge Lee Pack, please don't do this. Please, this man already tried to kill us. But Judge Lee Pack said for Pastor Moten and Deacon Finn and Deacon Ford to supervise visitations. But every time me and my witnesses would show up to give their supervised visitation, Pastor Moten and Deacon Finn and Deacon Ford, they refused. They would not even supervise. So he got no visitation. And now my protective order has been renewed. Because it's crazy. And I'm like, this is crazy.
Oh, okay, Phoenix. I see you. I see your face, your head. I see, I saw the horns come up and go back down.
No. No, I'm just, again, like we've said, we have to stay in our lane. Because when we come out of our lane, it's more damage that has been done. So there was already damage. And now there's extra trauma on top because now she's missing her boys. And those were yours, like you said, regardless if they came from you or not. And so the love that you have for those boys, you're missing them. You're yearning for them as a mother. And so that's why here today healing is so important, because Miss Lolita, and I know she has a team that will help you on that side with your orders, restraining orders, and your protective orders. So I'm just in awe right now, and I'm only saying this because I've been in this same situation. I don't throw my titles around a lot because when people hear it, they look at me like, but hey, we all have our ordainedness. I got my ordained. I'm an ordained minister. I'm an ordained prophetess. So I'm not sitting here like I don't know anything, okay? So, but the same thing happened to me. My husband and I were in leadership, and I was told the same thing. He was abusive to me, and I was being told the same thing. Though the only thing is, I'm kind of sitting here because 20 years ago, I sat in the same seat that you sat in. And I'm not going to say the name again because the name has been said enough. But I sat under that same leadership. Where I was also told to stay. Yes. So that's why I'm sitting here right now.
Those some chills.
Yeah. Chills kind of went through my body a little bit.
Those some serious chills.
Because I sat in that same seat where you sat in 1999, 2000, 2001. I don't mind, because y'all know I give a rat's ass. Because I'm tired. Because it has to stop.
Yes.
And when I heard, I tried to play it off at first. Like, nah, she ain't said that. But then Spirit said, let me take you back to where you sat.
Right, there you go.
And I sat right there and was told the same thing.
Woo.
By the same. And she said this. That's why I was like, I'm done. I'm done. Because so if this happened to me 20 years ago, can you imagine how many women have went through this cycle for over 20-something years?
That's right.
And that is why it's important that you did speak on this.
Yes.
Because if you don't,
then we won't know.
We won't know. Because now we've established a pattern.
Yes.
It's a pattern.
That's right. This is a pattern.
Yes. A pattern that has reached more women than we know.
Exactly. So I'm so glad you spoke on that. Now, I don't know, because what I really want to do is go over there and knock on the door.
Yes,
so can I talk with you?
That's it. Yeah, just
because
you.
we have an issue here.
Yes.
What you really want to do is sit up there and get a petition started. Okay, I'm going to put this out there.
Hey.
Get a petition started because we need to understand what's going on over there in Marlboro Baptist Church.
Yeah, because something's going on there.
Something's going on over there. And so, and that's why we bring up who you are, because see, I'm not coming to you off some Joe Blow off the street. I'm telling you right now, this is wrong. And if you're sitting in a position of authority over people's lives, over their souls.
Yes.
And you're doing this right here. No, we can't have that.
But my question is, don't hit me, Lolita.
I ain't gonna hit you.
Okay.
That's a
I'm just saying. So since this church has a gate and a lock around the church, what is he keeping in?
Whoa, Ebony said 1998 for her.
Woo! See, there we go.
I probably know
You know what?
I probably know you.
Now we
You
got a
see what I'm
pattern.
saying? Now we got a pattern. We have a problem.
Yes, we have a serious issue.
We have a
So
problem
Tony,
here.
you know what? Hold up. This is real. Hold up. Unbeknownst to me, this is why we did the show. Because I didn't know this was gonna come out.
See, this is
We didn't know this was gonna come out.
Problem.
Now,
we have a problem.
Now we're gonna take a few minutes because we got a friend here. Because Phoenix said she need to go outside for a minute, so we're gonna take a little break.
Flashback.
We're gonna talk to another guest, and then we're gonna come back to the show. Because if Phoenix don't go outside, Phoenix has taken 20, 30 notes here. She gonna go outside, get a notebook, and come back. But we're gonna take a little break and come back. I'll say welcome to the third half of our show, and we're going to take a break a little bit, and we're going to talk to Didi Jose, who doesn't know, but she's not going to be a part of the group because she heard enough to inhale, exhale, and her feelings are all going out there also. So, as I'm going to say it again, as African American women, we know what to do, and we know what time, we are finding out what time it is. Just in case we didn't know what time it is, I think we know what time it is right now.
Right.
But Didi is gonna give us some calming things to talk about.
Yes,
so we can relax a little bit.
Yeah.
Because we need a little break. So Didi, what we got?
So, look, I'm really trying to get myself there, but it's okay, because this is for the baby. So that's always a good thing.
Yes.
And this is a great subject you all were already talking about, because the two focus I look at is women and children. If us as women, we get our mind right, and we have the possibility of bringing that positivity to our kids because we good, then we can bring positive things to the community.
There you go.
And so that's where I have our 5th annual Youth Entertainment Showcase.
I like it.
Taking place on December 13th at the Killeen Arts and Activity Center. And so with that particular event, we enjoy creating the big stage environment for the kids as well as the backstage dressing room. So really excited to bring it 5th year. And that continuity of bringing something positive to them and watch them babies get on that stage and shine.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like when you do it. I love it. Unfortunately, this year I'm going to miss it because we're giving a party for another group of children who are less fortunate.
Yes.
So unfortunately, but I love coming every year.
Thank you.
I like it. I like that you do it because too many times we talk about what our kids do wrong.
Yes.
And we know we have talented kids, and you allow them to display who they are. You allow them to use the other side of their brain, because as we know, you need to use both sides of your brain. And the creativity that you allow them to use opens up that other side. So how many kids we got?
This year, drum roll, we have 8.
Oh, good. Okay.
There's a possible 9, but we're still working on that last part only because they've already committed, but just working out some details. So I'm going to say for sure 8. And it ranges between the age of 7 to, I think the oldest is 17.
Okay.
So really excited about that. And just like you said, in reference to allowing the kids to be creative.
Right.
Our audition process is just sending in their video. So it's not like, you might need to get a little bit more practice, baby. No, bring it to that stage, because if that child is willing to get on that stage and do the whole process, send in their video, get on that stage and express themselves, let them do it.
Yeah.
And so that's what we have in place. Yes, we do have 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, but all the groups or individuals, they do walk away with something. So that's our goal in reference to the participants. And then we're always looking for the community to come out and support, which is amazing. the community surprises me every year. So I definitely want to say thank you all for that. Because we're going to have, for the first 50 people that arrive, we're going to be able to give out bags. And this is including things from local business owners, but we also had Raising Cane contributed a coupon. We have Dairy Queen decided to put some coupons in there. So, and then we have some other things still coming to put into those first 50 bags. Of course, we always give out toys. So we have some boys and girl toys that's going to be given out. And added thing, 2 different organizations are going to be, I guess, represented. We were able to put out on Facebook that we were looking for some community people to sponsor some foster children to be at the event. I was told that they're always looking for something positive to do.
That's right. That's right.
And we put it out there, and we've covered Garden of Hope.
Okay.
And that was 20 kids and the 4 adults to accompany them.
Right.
So if we get more coming in, we're looking to cover some of CASA. So we have a few tickets for CASA as well. And then, is it CTX Shields? Young entrepreneur Dolores Rose is going to have her donation box out there.
Good.
So, community, if you're coming out, bring some donations. Yeah. Also, bring some coats for the foster kids. And if anyone wants to continue to sponsor some of the foster kids to attend something positive, then please get with me. Again, I don't know if I said it. I'm Dee Dee Jose. And this is a nonprofit organization called Expression Outreach. And so I have a Cash App link right now going as Dee Dee Jose, and then put hashtag foster children or foster child. Then I know that that is what you're giving your money towards, not just the whole event itself, but you're wanting to sponsor a foster child to attend the event.
Can I ask you to add something else to what you're doing?
I would love to do that.
Okay. I'm on the Bell County Child Welfare Board. In fact, I'm the secretary.
Okay.
We take care of foster kids, but we mostly take care of kids in kinship.
Okay.
Kinship families get no money. Mm. They get one check.
Okay.
They get no more money for the kids that they take in. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't know that there are kinship kids. So can next year, when you add in the foster kids, add in the kinship kids too.
Okay.
Because they're not considered foster kids, because foster families get financial support.
Okay.
And kinship families don't.
Okay.
So we on a child welfare board, we take care of both. But for holiday time, we take care of the kinship families. Because like I said, they get one check for that, and I assume the courts think that little check is going to last for when their child is 17. But
we know it runs out quickly.
So they don't get. That's what I'm saying. They don't get a monthly. So we usually, when people talk about foster kids, we understand that, and we're good with that. Mm-hmm. That's because most people don't know about the kinship half.
Which is true.
Yeah.
And I did see your post, so I'm definitely going to be covering one of the children that we did it a prior year. So I'm really excited to. Yeah. It was exciting to go shop for them, and then look, there wasn't no one to hand it off to, but I was like, I'm taking up. This is exciting. I get to be a part of something great.
Right.
So
thank you.
Yes, every year we're always looking at something or some place to donate to. We did, I think one was a food bank over in Cove one year. We did, the Ronald McDonald House another year. Right. So we're always looking for something in some way to give back, even if, no one puts anything in that donation box. Okay, well, I know some money had came in, so we're going to spend some money to put towards that particular cause. So, yeah.
What made you decide to do this?
Well, good question. Good question. We're a military family, and at our last duty station, I saw how a friend of mine went straight into the community and found a way to plug in. And so when I got here, that's what I was trying to figure out. Okay. How can I plug in? How can I give back to the community? Because I figured it was time. So that was 2015. I said, it's time to give back to the community. And the first idea was actually to do a pageant. Yeah, the first idea was to do a pageant. And then when I started doing the research, and not always as inclusive, and the cost that's involved, where they're, dealing with the, it's serious. The trophies, the the crowns and all that stuff.
It's a fight.
I said, okay, let's redirect. And I was speaking to my mentor about it, and that's where I came up with doing a talent show. And it was originally Apollo Night, and then years later, we went on and changed the name so that we don't have to compete or deal with any name that was already taken, and changed it to Youth Entertainment Showcase. Okay. And so,
because you did have me thrown the 1 year. I'm looking for Apollo Night. I'm like, what did she do?
Well, look, there's a little bit more backstory to that, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, because I was like, where did she go? What happened? Because, like I said, for the times, I'm like, Apollo Night, I'm like, oh, she doing something else. I completely thought, I'm like, she doing something else. So I don't have no Apollo Night. Then when I read it, I'm like, oh, she just changed? Okay.
Yeah, we just changed
I was like, wait a minute, hold up.
Well, I'll just give you a little hint. It was a letter, but I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay.
Okay.
I was just saying, I was traumatized for a minute.
Yeah.
Because I enjoy coming. I like watching kids freely do what their talents are.
So a different name, same concept.
Okay,
and that's why I said we've been here. This is our 5th year. Don't matter the change of the name. We still moving forward.
So one more time, when is it and where do we have to be?
It's taking place on December 13th at the Killeen Arts and Activity Center. Doors open at 6 o'clock. The show starts promptly. That's the plan, right? Always. Y'all get there at 6:30. And Friday night, family night. Bring the whole family out. If you're wanting to get your tickets early, make sure that you contact me again, Dee Jose, Expressia Outreach. And if not, then all the tickets are the same at the door. Okay. So,
all right. Yeah. So is there any way, like, I say next year because this year is like real fast.
It's really fast, yeah.
That we can, like let's say, okay, I'm not coming. So let's say I'm not coming, but I want to sponsor some kids to come. So I can do that?
Yes, you can.
Okay, all right, because we know there are a lot of kids who want to come and can't, for various reasons. And if we are really a community, real community, we would help some of the kids be able to go, by saying, here's $20, have some kids come, if, let them know that, hey, they can show up, because we don't want to let that stop a child. Yeah, we don't want that.
And you can contact me on Facebook through Expressia Outreach, which I'll spell it because it is unique. XPREESHA Outreach. So we have our page on Facebook, or you can send me an email, which is the same name. I'll say it. Expressia, XPREESHA Outreach @gmail.com. So, again, if you send me a message, you say, I want to donate to the event, or you say, I would like to donate some of these tickets to some children to attend, I will definitely make sure that takes place. Because every year we always give out tickets in some way or fashion anyways, and we've done that for a couple of community events that have taken place. So we've given out tickets already, and actually have a contest taking place on Facebook right now that ends on Sunday which is tomorrow. Sunday at 8 p.m. So definitely go on there, the Expressia Outreach page that's on Facebook, and enter the contest. And all it is liking it, sharing it, and tagging someone. Because a lot of times people say, oh, I didn't know nothing about it. So why not tag your friend and say, hey, why don't we all go together? And then we'll all know as a community. Because, again, this is our 5th year, and we look forward to it getting bigger and bigger every year. Because look, if you was that child on the stage, wouldn't you love? It might be a little nerve-wracking, but to see the community come out to support you on that stage, and if you've seen the flyer, it does say that there's a professional recording session. Someone has offered that. So, of course, if one of those categories of first, second, or third fits in that category, like third dancer is kind of hard in the studio. But if one of those fit into that particular category, but I've had someone else contact me. Let's see, should I reveal it or not? So we got some more stuff for our winners that they can open on a show. I'll say that part at least.
Okay.
Because I'm meeting up to finish up the details. So if you're listening to this and you would like to contribute to first, second, or third, just to bring those prizes out even more, because they all, first, second, or third gets a trophy. First, second gets some kind of cash prize. And if you want to contribute to those, just to say, you went on that stage, baby, you did that, you can easily contact me based on the information I gave earlier. I'll say again, expressiaoutreach@gmail.com, which is XPREESHA outreach. So,
okay. Well, you got one young lady, Miss Ebony Jackson. She says she would like to sponsor some kids.
So
all
Ebony,
right. Thank you, Ebony. Thank you. I appreciate that. So we have a donation already.
See, there you go. That's how you do it.
Yes.
That's how you do it.
Awesome. That's good.
Yes,
okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I want to thank you for coming on.
And thank you for having me.
And I'm going to miss
every single year.
Of course.
Oh my
you know
goodness.
this is your spot.
Oh yes, I have my list of people who have been here since the very beginning, and we're on our 5th year. So I'm like, it's time to do something big. I have to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it, and it's nothing like having a vision or a goal that you're wanting to bring about, and to see other people support it. There's so much value in that, and I really want to say thank you.
You're welcome, because kids are not, I don't like the kids are our future, because they're not our future. They are today. The kids of the future haven't been born yet. So the kids that are of our today, we need to support them and let them see us supporting them.
Yeah.
Because if they don't see us supporting them, they're visual people. They will assume that we're not.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they pay attention to who's where. We might not pay attention, but they're little people. They will pay attention to who's where, who's not there. So, we need to be there to cheer them on. When they're doing something good, we need to be there and cheer them on. We need to be there in the audience. We need to pack it more than the kids do. But we need to be there so we can let them know, hey, I saw you.
Yeah.
I'm here tonight, but I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you.
I love it.
We need to get them the little hugs, I know 2 years ago, I brought 2 kids with me. One with special needs. His grandfather was nervous. He's like, oh, you can't take him. He doesn't know how to assist you. Oh, my gosh. He sat there through the whole thing, and in fact, his name got called. He won a prize. And when he had to go up there, I was like, "Oh my gosh, oh no, what are you gonna do?" I'm thinking of them playing, but he ran up there, got his prize, and came back. I was like, "Woo, okay," because I was okay with him being there because I work with special kids, so I knew he could sit there and just sing and have a good time. But I didn't know how he would react to hear his name being called and have to go up there, And I'm thinking. I told the sister, when you have to go with your brother up there, she goes, I said, if his name got called, she goes, I know. But when his name got called, he got up like all the other kids did.
So quickly,
and ran up there just like all the other kids did. I was like, whoa, you do this, But
awesome.
That was a great experience for him that he wouldn't have had you not do what you're doing. So that, because I told his father, he went back. He said, Grandpa, look. So his grandpa said, how did he win? I said, not only did he win, he ran up there. He said, no, he didn't. I videoed that. I'm like, look, this is your grand. He said, by himself? Yes. I'm like, by his little self. He followed what everybody else had did.
Yeah.
I said, he ran up there and came back down and sat down and looked in his bag. I say, so, yeah. I said, I was sitting there like, oh, my gosh. But he did good. But like I said, I thank you because he wouldn't have ever had that chance.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
wow. Yes, wow. Well, you all make sure, we've already mentioned door prizes and family event. We're going to have children characters and all those things as well. But we're going to also have vendors out there. So you don't have to worry about eating anything. We do have a food vendor that you can patronize while you're at the event.
There you go.
And other vendors that are going to be already set up. So we're going to do a vendor bingo this time. So that's another way to win a prize, by going to all the vendors and having them sign off on the papers that you have another way to win a prize. So we're definitely looking to give things away, continue to have a family event that everyone will enjoy. So thank you.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you for coming on.